So, if you're like me and just love everything Star Wars, basically, you'll know that I'm very, very excited for the upcoming Ahsoka show, which I think comes out in like just a week's time or something. But they're going to be premiering their first two episodes, and a lot of lucky fans got to go to an Ahsoka fan event at the El Capitan Theatre, I think that's how you pronounce it. And the first reactions have come in for the series, and it's sounding really good. So I've managed to find some tweets just talking about the first two episodes that were premiered last night, and I have to say I'm even more excited for this show. I've had a quick read through of some of these, not all of them, but let's start with Jenna Anderson. My biggest takeaway from the first two episodes of Ahsoka is I need to watch more things that Sabine and Hera are in because I love them both. Natasha Lou Bordizzo and Mew are unsurprisingly excellent. So, you know, great first review of these characters that I hardly know anything about. And just bear in mind, I've only watched the first 4 episodes of Star Wars Rebels. So I'm going into this not knowing anything about Rebels, still to this day. I know a few plot points, but I don't know any heavy spoilers. So I was going to try and finish it before this show come out, but to be honest, I haven't got the time now. So I'm just going to have to do with what I've got. So hopefully when I continue reading these reviews, there's going to be more about that you don't have to watch Rebels. I really hope so. Because Dave Filoni and crew have been calling this Rebels Season 5, supposedly. But Tessa Smith, Mama's Geeky, it might be called Ahsoka, but it's basically a live-action Rebels, and I'm not mad at it. The first 2 episodes made me cheer, laugh, cry, and really want a loft cat. I want a loft cat, but I don't think it's going to be Grogu, sort of, level, to be honest. The great lightsaber fights and lots of heart. If you haven't seen the Rebels animated series, watch it now. I haven't got time, Tessa. I haven't got time to watch Rebels. All right. Justin Lawrence, the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka are an absolute thrill as the heroes of Rebels step into live action. The setup for this season is filled with mystery, intrigue and excitement. Perfect casting, high quality production, great music, pure Star Wars magic. I can't wait for more. This is just the first 2 episodes, and I think the reason they've released the first 2 is because they probably act as a 2-parter or part of a 3-parter, so it will still finish on a cliffhanger as it should do. But I think the first 2 episodes are basically set up, and that's why they're releasing both on the same day. I'm really looking forward to sitting down and watching this. Clyde Frosty, first 2 episodes of Ahsoka are really good. Even if you've never seen Rebels or Clone Wars, it's super easy to follow. Thank God. I will watch Rebels and Clone Wars one day, and I know bits and bobs of them, but I don't have time to catch up. I know I've had like over a year or 2 since this show was announced, but still, I just don't have the time. Impressed with the action and how it's all story, no side missions or filler, which has been a major problem with the last 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, to be honest. So it's really good to hear that it's just following one cohesive story. Can't wait to see episode 3. Wish I could watch future episodes on a movie screen. Oh, okay. So the quality's there, and Filoni directed, I think, the first 2 episodes. And to be honest, his Mandalorian episode was great. The ones he's directed and so on. So, that's interesting. And we'll probably be seeing Ahsoka on the big screen with the Dave Filoni Star Wars film, the Mandoverse film. And obviously there's rumours going around that season 4 The Mandalorian isn't happening. And it's just going to be that Heir to the Empire sort of film. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, because obviously Bob Iger has talked about cutting back on Disney shows and Disney Plus movies and everything to save money, because apparently they can't afford their actors or writers. Jabaz, the movie podcast. Ahsoka is fast, fierce, and full of force. This is some of the best Star Wars I've seen. I've heard that comment quite a few times about every show. The first 2 episodes are full of epic lightsaber duels and thrilling chases. Ooh, every performance is excellent, especially Ray Stevenson, who is sorely missed. Looking forward to more. Yeah, it's weird. Obviously, if you don't know, Ray Stevenson, who's I guess playing the villain in this show, one of the villains, passed away just before its release about a month or 2 ago, and it's very sad. And to be honest, we don't actually know how he passed away. But he was a great actor, really great Punisher. If you've not seen Punisher Warzone, I do recommend it. Not for the quality of the story or anything, but Ray's performance as Frank Castle is really good. But it's going to be one of those weird watches like it was with Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. You know, it's weird watching that, knowing he's gone. But I think people are going to really respond to Ray Stevenson's role very well, just from what I've seen in the trailers. He does look menacing as hell. Eric Goldman, a promising start for Ahsoka with many cool story elements that expand the Star Wars universe and feel different from Mandalorian. Ep 1 has some slow moments involving a MacGuffin, but Ep 2 really gels. Sabine is a standout. I think those meeting her for the first time will really dig her. I really hope I dig her as well. Again, I've only watched a few episodes of Rebels. She's not like my favourite character or anything. If anything, Ezra's my favourite character of Rebels because he's like the main character in it. So it's really interesting to see how they kind of bring these brand new characters that I've not really got to know and me just fall in love with them instantly. Just finished Jacob Fisher DF, just finished the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka, and it's a very promising start. Natasha Liu Bordizzo really shines as Sabine, and all the villains' plot setup is very intriguing. Kevin Kiner's score is absolutely incredible in this, really keeps the vibe of the show high. And obviously there's loads of other reviews we could go through, and one of the interesting ones I saw was about one of the villains, Ivana Sakno, whenever she's on screen, I'm so intrigued by a character. Would like a loft cat to cuddle this evening. But yeah, it seems all very, very positive. I'm very excited for the show. I'm glad they're premiering the first 2 episodes. I think it's going to be really interesting. I think it's going to be a huge hit. I do. It depends where it goes from there. Because with them releasing the 2 episodes, they're getting people on board very quickly. But it's how it goes after that. And remember, the Disney shows for Star Wars, for Marvel, have not been fantastic in the past. I'm going to say year or so. Maybe less. But I'm very excited for this show. I can't wait. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be cool seeing lightsaber fights finally. Really proper lightsaber fights and so on. And it's cool. I mean, one of my favourite reviews of this was saying it's cool to go back to a Jedi story, but it's not involving the Skywalkers. I feel like it will, though, because obviously there's been a bit of chatter how Anakin, who was obviously her master in the Clone Wars, may have some sort of appearance in it, but that's not a spoiler because there's no confirmation or anything. It's just a theory going around. Definitely not a Star Wars theory though. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. What do you think? Are you looking forward to Ahsoka? Let me know in the comments below. Let's have a discussion about it. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel because it really helps me, and yeah, can't wait for Ahsoka. Bye bye.